In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on October 30th, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Celtics versus Washington Wizards. Get ready for an exciting Monday night clash in the Eastern Conference as the Boston Celtics hit the road to face the Washington Wizards. The Celtics are looking to maintain their unbeaten record this season, fresh off a 119-111 home victory against the Miami Heat, although they narrowly missed covering the spread as 8.5-point favorites. The Wizards, on the other hand, come into this game following a 113-106 home win over the Memphis Grizzlies, where they defied the odds as 1-point underdogs. Last season, the Celtics won 2 out of 3 matchups against the Wizards. The Boston Celtics are on a mission to remain undefeated this season after a triumphant 119-111 home victory against the Miami Heat last Friday. Derek White led the charge with a stellar performance, scoring 28 points on 9 of 15 shooting, while Jaylen Brown contributed 27 points and Jason Tatum added 22. Kristaps Porzingis and Jrue Holiday each chipped in with 17 points. As a team, the Celtics shot 47% from the field, connecting on 16 of 39 three-point attempts. The game was a tight contest until midway through the fourth quarter, when the Celtics managed to pull away. All 5 starters scored in double figures, but the Celtics received only 8 points from their bench players, with Al Horford notably going scoreless, missing all 6 of his field goal attempts. Meanwhile, the Washington Wizards are looking to build momentum after securing a 113-106 win against the Memphis Grizzlies on Saturday. Jordan Poole led the team with 27 points, Corey Kispert added 22 points, shooting 8 of 14, and Kyle Kuzma tallied 21 points alongside 13 rebounds. As a team, the Wizards shot 43% from the field and made 16 of 46 three-point attempts. They had a strong second quarter, scoring 37 points, which helped them establish a 25-point lead. This significant advantage proved sufficient to withstand a late rally from the Grizzlies. The Celtics are going into this game with the same squad they fielded on Friday. However, the Wizards are slightly short-handed, with Landry Shamet ruled out and Daniel Gafford listed as questionable. In their meetings last season, the Celtics held a 2-1 straight-up record and a 4-1 against the spread record against the Wizards. The Celtics won by an average margin of 22 points in those 4 victories. Boston has strengthened its roster in the offseason, particularly in their starting 5, and they've improved their bench depth as well. On the other hand, the Wizards are still trying to establish their identity after Bradley Beal's departure. Boston has faced some tough opponents at the start of the season, and this game could be the one where their star players, Tatum and Brown, have a standout performance against a relatively weaker Wizards defense. The Celtics have shown impressive form this season, especially with their new additions fitting seamlessly into their system. While the Wizards managed to defeat a weakened Grizzlies team in their previous outing, the Celtics are at full strength and have displayed strong performances so far. So the Boston Celtics to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Wizards are unlikely to challenge the Celtics by relying on their defense, as Boston boasts multiple scoring options with Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, and White. Washington's best chance is to play at a high pace, aiming to keep up by scoring rapidly. After 2 games, the Wizards have played at the fastest pace in the league. Players like Poole, Kuzma, and Kispert have the ability to score consistently. Both teams have surpassed the projected total in one game and fallen short in the other, indicating no clear trend. Washington's pace ranks second in the league, but their offensive rating stands at 28th. In contrast, Boston is in the opposite situation. Therefore, a high-scoring game seems likely in this matchup, as both teams exhibit offensive strength. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Atlanta Hawks. Get ready for an interconference showdown on the hardwood as two teams vying for an early season win collide in Atlanta. The Minnesota Timberwolves hit the road to face the Atlanta Hawks on Monday. Minnesota is coming off a convincing 106-90 home victory over the Miami Heat on Saturday, successfully covering the spread as 8-point favorites. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Hawks faced a setback in their previous game, falling 126-120 at home to the New York Knicks and failing to cover the spread as 1-point underdogs. In their all-time regular season series, the Hawks have a 40-25 advantage, but the Timberwolves claimed both meetings last season, including a thrilling 125-124 home win on March 22, 2023. The Minnesota Timberwolves are eager to build on their recent success after dismantling the Heat in a 106-90 home win on Saturday. Naz Reid led the charge with 25 points, connecting on 10 of 14 field goals, while Anthony Edwards added 19 points and dished out 7 assists. Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley each contributed 14 points. As a team, the Timberwolves shot at a 51% clip from the field and made 12 of 34 three-point attempts. Their victory was largely attributed to their strong defensive performance, with the Timberwolves limiting the Heat to just 37 points in the second half and a mere 17 points in the fourth quarter. On the other side, the Atlanta Hawks are likely in higher spirits after snapping their two-game losing streak with a resounding 127-110 road victory over the Milwaukee Bucks. Trae Young led the way with a double-double, scoring 20 points and recording 11 assists, while Bogdan Bogdanovic provided a significant boost off the bench with 17 points and 6 assists. DeJounte Murray and DeAndre Hunter chipped in with 15 points each. As a team, the Hawks shot 50% from the field and were impressive from beyond the arc, connecting on 15 of 37 three-point attempts. Atlanta established a 21-point lead by halftime, thanks to a 37-point second quarter, enabling them to control the game comfortably. In total, 8 Hawks players reached double figures in scoring, allowing them to rest most of their starters early in the contest. This matchup presents a clash of contrasting styles early in the season. The Timberwolves have faced challenges in scoring while excelling defensively. On the other hand, the Hawks have been involved in high-scoring games, giving up 116 points to the Hornets and 126 points to the Knicks in their first 2 outings. This could provide an excellent opportunity for the Timberwolves to ignite their offense, since Atlanta currently ranks 23rd in field goal percentage defense, 25th in three-pointers allowed per game, and 20th in three-point field goal percentage defense. While it's still early in the season, the Hawks have yet to demonstrate strong defensive capabilities, and Trae Young has struggled, shooting just 8 of 35 from the field. The Atlanta Hawks are in a back-and-forth scenario through their first 3 games, and they now face the challenge of a back-to-back schedule. In contrast, the Minnesota Timberwolves are well-rested and possess defensive assets that can create problems for the potentially fatigued Hawks. There's also a possibility that Jaden McDaniels will play, as he has been upgraded from doubtful against Miami to questionable for this game. Ultimately, at this point in the season, Minnesota appears to be the more polished team, offering consistency compared to the Hawks, who have experienced notable highs and lows. The Timberwolves boast veteran leadership in Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, complemented by the promising talent of Anthony Edwards. This combination positions them well to succeed in this matchup, so the Minnesota Timberwolves to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Minnesota enters this game having stayed under the total in both of their games this season. The Timberwolves rank 13th in the league for turnovers per game and 16th in tempo, with an average of 99.8 possessions per contest. As for Atlanta, they have experienced mixed results in terms of the total in their 2 games this season. The Hawks rank 6th in the league for turnovers per game, and they also stand at 6th in terms of tempo, averaging 103.5 possessions per game. In their most recent 10 meetings, 8 have gone over the total, including the last 4 games. This game is eagerly anticipated, with 2 high-caliber scorers, Anthony Edwards and Trae Young, going head-to-head. Edwards is expected to match Young's scoring prowess. While the Timberwolves are traditionally a team that focuses on defense and plays at a slower pace, it could be to their advantage to push the tempo against a potentially fatigued Atlanta side. On the flip side, the Hawks, known for their high-flying style, rank 4th in terms of pace. Trae Young is likely to have a strong offensive performance, especially on home court. This game is poised to be an offensive showcase, with both teams expected to reach the upper 110 seconds in terms of points. Therefore, we anticipate this game exceeding the projected total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Portland Trail Blazers versus Toronto Raptors. On Monday, October 31st, the Portland Trail Blazers are hitting the road to face the Toronto Raptors. The Trail Blazers find themselves in the second game of a back-to-back after a rather lopsided loss to the 76ers on Sunday night. Portland is still in search of their first victory this season. The Raptors, on the other hand, come into this matchup after 2 consecutive losses. The Portland Trail Blazers are enduring a challenging start to the season, desperately seeking their first win after suffering 3 consecutive losses, including a comprehensive 126-98 defeat to the 76ers on the road last night. Sheedon Sharp led the team with 20 points on 7 of 1 3-shooting, while Malcolm Brogdon contributed 18 points and 5 assists coming off the bench. Jerami Grant added 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks. As a team, the Trail Blazers managed to convert just 38% of their field goals and struggled from beyond the arc, making only 7 of 31 three-point attempts. Despite a decent effort to remain competitive in the contest, they were outscored 60-38 in the second half, leading to the blowout loss. Meanwhile, the Toronto Raptors are eager to bounce back after falling short to the 76ers in a 114-107 loss on Saturday. Scottie Barnes led the way with an impressive performance, tallying 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Gary Trent Jr. added 17 points, while Grady Dick chipped in with 16 points off the bench. Dennis Schroeder contributed 15 points and 10 assists. The Raptors, as a team, shot 43% from the field and were proficient from beyond the arc, making 17 of 32 three-point attempts. They established an early lead with 36 points in the first quarter, but they couldn't maintain it, particularly during the third quarter, where they were outscored 35-20 and trailed by as many as 14 points. The Trail Blazers are currently dealing with roster limitations, missing Anthony Simons and Ish Wainwright. The Raptors are closely monitoring the status of Precious Achiuwa and Og Anunoby, who are both questionable for this game. The Trail Blazers continue to struggle as they face the early part of the season with a 0-3 record. Missing Damian Lillard, they are still searching for their identity as a team. While the bench made a commendable effort, it wasn't sufficient to prevent a blowout against the 76ers. Their defense was porous against Philadelphia, and their individual shot-making left much to be desired. The Raptors, despite suffering 2 losses, seem to be finding their rhythm. Their three-point shooting has been notably strong, with Barnes and Schroeder forming a promising duo in the opening games. Given the struggles of the Portland Trail Blazers, this is a significant margin to cover, but the Raptors don't seem to have a better alternative. Portland's offense has been far from impressive, averaging just 97.5 points in their last 2 games. Although it's still early in the season, the Trail Blazers have already made a case for being one of the league's weakest teams. The Raptors need to seize this opportunity to gain a win and propel their season in the right direction. The Raptors would benefit from a victory to help kickstart their season, and they seem to have found an opportune opponent in the Trail Blazers. Portland has underperformed thus far, and the back-to-back situation following their blowout loss to the 76ers doesn't bode well for them. So the Toronto Raptors to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams have struggled offensively early in the season as they adjust to life without their former point guards. In addition to this, both teams will be without key contributors, with the Raptors likely missing Anunoby and the Blazers without guard Simons for the next month. These 2 players provide 15 to 20 points per game to their respective teams, and suitable replacements are scarce. In light of these factors, we anticipate a low-scoring game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.